Hey guys, this is kind of an off-brand. I'm kind of doing this in a crunch time because we've kind of had a lapse in gameplay kind of thing because we've been kind of busy over the weekends. So this is my haunted trail house whatever events that I've been doing the past couple weekends. Just disclaimer. I live on the eastern seaboard around the DC area, which is Washington, D.C. I live near the capital. So this year we did kind of a smaller radius. We did about a 50-mile radius around my area of places to go. So next year the radius will actually be bigger. My rating criteria is actually to explain. I'm going to be doing while I'm talking. This is not so much of a talking head video, but it's going to be a talking video and a discussion. But I'm going to be putting up kind of highlights going on during the video, so hopefully this will be 20 minutes long, but anyways, so let's get on to the list. My rating criteria is trail, how scary / long it is. Entertainment, does the event have any entertainment before and after the trail, the main trail at least. Pricing, it isn't a key roll, but it's, if you're spending money, you kind of hope to have a better time or a longer trail out of the event. Actors / props. This entails the actors are placed well and they are dressed appropriately for their theme. Some years I've gone to King's Dominion, which is kind of like Six Flags kind of thing on the eastern seaboard over here with me, over here with us. There's sometimes actors who don't belong on the scene because, they're pulled from other events or whatever. Sometimes. It's rare, but it does happen. Emergency actors pull over kind of thing. Or maybe they're pulled from the main street events and they're pulled into the house kind of thing. But our first one, for our first event that we went to, was the first weekend of October, was the Lorton Workhouse. It was in Lawrence, Virginia. I think it was called Madhouse, something Madhouse. It was Maddington Madhouse or whatever kind of thing. It was about $15. I'm gonna put up a photo up of the group that I went with real quick here. My explanation, not yours. They had a paintball gallery, which was kind of cool, but by the time we showed up, it was dark. And they didn't have any lights on the inside the paintball galleries. So I'm guessing they have a day event, or they have like a dusk event kind of thing for like younger kids or for whatever. I don't know. It was weird. They had when we arrived, they had Sleepy Hollow playing. So that was their scary movie. It was on a big projector with big ass speakers. It was all outdoor kind of thing. Super cool. They had a fair foods vendor as well as a couple of beer and alcohol vendors there, and they had a little sectioned off little thing. So if you guys are there to enjoy the movie and drink beer and all this stuff, this can accommodate you kind of thing. We actually spent $15 to do the trail, to actually get inside of it. I think the disclaims that it is 70,000 square feet, whatever, not miles, square feet of usage. Very cool. It's about a 35 to about 50-minute walk, depending on your pace. We had, as you saw, we had a group of 4 people. We got kind of crammed together with a group of 5, so we had about 9 of us all together. I gotta say, if you're in this situation, try to get, if you like who you're with kind of thing, and you know how you enjoy the trail kind of spooks kind of thing, try to get it separately. Don't try to go along with other strangers. We had a problem of, we were grouped with about 20-year-old-ish, a 10-year-old, a 15, and a 16-year-old. 16-year-old did nothing but fucking, excuse my language, kept freaking talking to the actors and trying to spit fire at them, and I'm meaning, but like, he tried to sit there and try to rap battle them or whatever. So with that, ignoring the group we were with, or the other side of our group kind of thing, the other 5 people, The trail itself was fantastic. It was entertaining as hell. We watched, Sleepy Hollow while we were waiting there, and it was nice, enjoyable. Pricing was actually pretty good, and it was actually way cheaper. It seemed like it was too good to be true, but it was fantastic at how it did it, kind of thing. Like I said, it was a 45-minute walk, but it actors were there, props were used well, sound effects, animatronics, just the whole 9 yards, and it was only for about $15, if I remember. I'm not 100% sure on that. Pricing might change via year. Yeah, so that's the first place we went to. 4 out of 4 is my rating for hitting all the criteria, kind of thing. Next one we went to is Fort Belvoir, Virginia. Gravesteen. And it was Lorton, Virginia for the last place. Fort Belvoir, Virginia. Gravesteen is the name of the event. So we tried to get as many people as we could for this, and I think it was the four main, and then 3 extras. So it was 8 people total, almost the same size we had for the last group. But it was all close friends and significant others, kind of thing. Well, significant other for me. Everyone else was close friends. Anyways, the trail was indoors, which going from outdoors early in October to the second, it's the second week of October. By the way, these trails are only available during the weekend, so we, had to wait 5 days. We hit them every Saturday night, so yeah. Fort Belvoir was kind of a pain in the butt to get into. Luckily, we found not a get around, but like people weren't paying attention to what was going on, so we were able to snake our way through. We didn't cut, just got out in front of it, kind of thing, because being smart. It was a military checkpoint, so we had to get out of the car. They searched, did a visual check, nothing too severe. And then we got into it. We went to go pick up the 8th person who lived on base. Wish they could have gave us a heads up on that situation, but whatever. But we got in there. They were actually showing an actual haunted movie or a scary movie. They were showing I think Annabelle. It was either Annabelle or The Conjuring 2. I recently just saw The Conjuring 2, so I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure, but not 100%. But it was part of that series, The Conjuring / Annabelle 1 or 2 kind of thing. They're actually showing that. They had a couple of photo booths kind of section area so you went through line. There was 2 lines. So the first line was to get into the area, but before you got into it, they had someone sitting there being all spooky and whatever, silent, what a scary, scary sherry kind of thing. Took photo of you and then, shoved you off to the next area. The next area, they had someone there timing kind of thing of spacing and whatnot. They're like, this is the rules, blah, 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 and they pushed us, we went through. Line was kind of long, but it was kind of a build-up. It wasn't, you didn't feel like, oh, this is a line, it's taking forever, it sucks. You went more of the direction of, this is cool. I'm hearing screams. This is cool. I'm gonna wait. So, by the time you get into the thing, I think maybe there was a dozen actors and about 50,000 square foot, whatever they proclaim. I think half the area that they're talking about is food vendors and the waiting area, so I think they should reality slim down their numbers, because I think they're just overselling it at this point. But anyways, you go through this interior, this indoor area, snakes you around. They had maybe a dozen or so actors, so they were really banking on props and other stuff. I don't know if it was because they only could get people on base to come to be actors or whatnot, or maybe they couldn't get any volunteers. Anyways, super cool. Props were, we kind of oohed and awed of the props. We didn't really didn't get jump scare that much. It was enjoyable. Kind of at the very end, we got a food vendor to sit there and serve us food as he was actually leaving his ice cream place, which is super weird to get after getting scared. But yeah, we got ice cream. We got shaved ice kind of thing, Italian ice, I should say, which was enjoyable. At the end of it, I think I would rate this trail 2 out of 4. The trail itself was not that good. Pricing was a little high. Pricing for this for Belvoir Gravenstein was $20, and it felt like it should have been like a $5 thing. I understand they got pay actors and whatever, but you should reality price your stuff. My personal thoughts, but you know, whatever. Actors were sparse, so really this should be a 1 out of 3. It has entertainment value. It has a movie in the beginning and food vendors at the end / beginning if you want to sit outside for a while. So final verdict for that one is 1 out of 4 for Fort Belvoir Gravenstein. And then my last one, I'm at 10-minute mark here, so I'm a little upset that maybe I'll do a flashback of last year's event. Anyways, third and final event was Trail of Terror in Waldorf, Maryland. This time we went with me, my sister, and my girlfriend. We got there not too late. It was about an hour and a half drive, which was fine. It was fun. We sat there listening to scary stories on No Sleep podcast kind of thing, which was fun. There was a actual pricing was $15 for the trail, and they had a $3 mini escape room kind of thing, which was, you know, no spoilers. So if you want to check it out kind of thing. Go check it out. But we purchased it from Groupon with a 4-pack, so it was lowered price. So grand total was $11 per person for both the trail and escape the room part. How they do it is they do the escape the room part last. For how they were talking about it, I thought it was you had someone trying to get into the, you know, trying to force you onto the next section, you know, so there's pressure to it kind of thing. But no, it was after the fact of the trail. So anyways, trail was fantastic. I felt like they had strobe lights, you know, props, animatronics, and then they had static props that actually did a lot better than the animatronics most of the time. But because the trail was so short itself, it felt like it was short and sweet. It was a very dense scare. Like it was a scare after scare after scare. But it didn't drain you of entertainment because it was just so short that they could keep, you know, lining you up and knocking them down kind of thing just by, you know, getting the scares over and over and over again. Couple of themes here and there. They had clowns and other stuff, kind of very enjoyable. Kind of the standard. Yeah, pricing was a concern. Pricing was a weird thing. We were originally supposed to have 4, but the 4th canceled last moment. But that's, you know, that's whatever. We ended up giving our extra ticket to the ticket vendor booth and just said, you know, the next person who comes in and buys a ticket, you know, on site, just give them our pass, give them our extra pass, and they were all accepting for that kind of thing. So that was our goodwill of the night. I think rating for this one, because I'm kind of past the script for this one because I haven't been really doing any writing. I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4, so excuse my my lack of my focus here is going to be a little bit more sporadic. Rating I would give, see the criteria. Trail was great, so that's 1. Entertainment, there was no really entertainment before or after. I would say Escape the Room would be a part of the trail because we did pay for it. It was not a separate thing. It was not an optional thing. It was either you did the Escape the Room thing or you left. That was really about it. And then they had a projector showing I don't know if you guys know this program, but it's called Atmos FX. They do Halloween, Easter, birthdays, you know, Christmas, the whole 9 yards. But they had a basic, they just played on a loop for sound effects and the visual aid kind of thing. And they even actually separate the file because there's hallway illusions and there's windows illusions and there's movie TV screen things. that if you have it like for a static picture and suddenly it moves kind of thing for like a painting whatnot. They just purchased the whole package and shoved it into a projector, and so it kind of looked like crap because it kept rotating for the Hall illusions kind of thing. So it kept going from portrait mode to landscaping and all that stuff back and forth. Anyway, so entertainment, I would say no, they didn't do that right. So that's a 0. So you got one out of 2 so far. Pricing, it's 15 plus 3 is 18, and then they had a service fee of I think $2. So it goes up to $20, and I think there is a Maryland has a $4 tax or $3 tax or something ridiculous. So grand total, it's about $24 per person if you buy on site. If you get a Groupon, use it. It's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper. And then if you have only 3 people, buy the 4-pack. Give it to somebody. Be super nice. Don't it's why not? Make someone else's night kind of thing. Yeah. There's that. So yeah, we've done with this year. Since I didn't do it last year and I only really did one, I kind of want to talk about my last year experience with my haunted trail and whatnot. I did a thing called, I went to an event called Markov's Haunted Forest. That's fuck, I forget where it is. It's somewhere in Maryland. It's far north in Maryland. Give me 1 second here. It is, come on. It's like in Waldorf, Maryland. It's really good. Yeah, Dickerson, Maryland. Dickerson, Maryland. It's called Markov's Haunted Forest. It's fantastic. It has haunted hayride. It has a second, scary town kind of thing. But the trail is into two separate lines kind of thing. There is the original, and then there's the new stuff. The new stuff, I feel, is it's freaking fantastic. It's just great. I've gone to Markov's, I think, 3 times now. 4 times, maybe. 2 years with old friend, and then 3rd year was with a best friend. And then last year I went with my girlfriend and a couple of friends. Tons of fun. Got cotton candy, played some of the like the balance ropes kind of thing. You climb up you bounce across the rope, or you climb up the rickety ladder kind of thing. Super fun stuff. They also had a zip line system as well, and they had huge freaking bonfires in the center of on the area, the town they call it. And then they had a live DJ who would constantly sit there and mix and whatever. That was a rare occurrence to me kind of thing. I haven't seen a DJ, in person at least, in quite a while. A good DJ, I should regard. Yeah, so that was Dickerson, Maryland. I think grand total for Dickerson, Maryland, I think per ticket, I think it's like $35, and that's after tax and trail expenses kind of thing. They do funnel cake, apple, freshly dipped apples, like in chocolate coated caramel coated apples kind of thing. They're freshly coated. Last year they did a fundraiser. They had a school Dickerson, Maryland school fundraiser, their local schools, whatnot. So you could sit there and get spooky gloves filled with candy, Chex Mix, and a bunch of other stuff. Me and my girlfriend shared that, so that was enjoyable. I think it goes without saying, Markov's Haunted Forest would be 4 out of 4. And actually, I can show a photo of it from last year. I do have a photo of it. So yeah. That was my haunted trails ratings, and as well as my blast from the past from last year kind of thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is kind of a weird one for me. I've never really done a talking to you. Well, I've done talking to you guys before for a few shows. If you guys want to go look for those episodes, go look. They're from previous episodes. I think it was like I don't know. Anyways, go look at my stuff. Go look at Simply Scary. This is my 3rd year going on now. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome to the outro. Make sure to like this episode. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed already. And make sure to click that bell if you do subscribe. I also have a Patreon. Make sure to check that out. And that is it. Bye-bye.